Hey guys, welcome to a new episode. This time we're talking about one of my favorite magazines, New Type. And I know this is a very different kind of concept for some of you people, but magazines were how we got all of our news and information back in the day. And in this case, this was one of my favorites called New Type, and it was specifically about anime, manga, and even in general, Japanese pop culture. It was so cool because it was filled to the brim with just all kinds of wonderful goods. Just the cover alone tells you it comes with DVDs of various different series, usually just one episode from the very beginning. Obviously, you don't want spoilers, it's like you don't want them to come with the last episode. But even then, that was just like the first part of what you got. Inside, there were all kinds of wonderful articles on video games, manga, even toys and whatnot. And this was pretty much how we got our information. We never really had a strong internet presence back in the day, but we did have Newtype Magazine to tell us a little bit about what was going on. So, for example, right now we have a little uh, giveaway area, little contest that you can mail away and try and get some of these items, which would obviously be really cool. Various advertisements and little promotions for all the different series that were probably coming to the US soon. Man, just some of the things on here are so cool. Like these little illustrations and inserts were just really fun to take a look at and see for all those times. It was a wonderful time. Now let's take a look at this one. Let's see, we've got Full Metal Alchemist, and of course we've got Full Metal Alchemist being promoted in here, but it's also got its own little top 25 anime. Number one is Evangelion, because at the time that's pretty much what everyone thought. Let's see, what was number two? Let's see, number two is Cowboy Bebop, and then Inuyasha. Wow, this was really of the time, Inuyasha being number one. Oh God, Love Hina made it on top of there. If we only knew better. If only we knew better. This is like, wow. Some of these just really do. Gundam Seed. Gundam Seed. No. Oh God, and then there's more Gundam Seed. Back in the day before I knew Gundam Seed was actually such a drag. It just looked so cool, and then it failed so hard. But again, it was just really cool to see all these illustrations and read up on all the new anime that was coming out in Japan. Look, this School Rumble. How about that? Inuyasha the movie, Yakitake Japan, Samurai Gun. Oh, that failed pretty hard. New Robotech. Oh, man. Hi Puffy Amiyumi. Who remembers that one? Okay, so this is pretty much like a big nostalgia trip. But it also had various different kinds of articles relating to various different things going on in Japan. Like here's one on the Shinsengumi. Here's one on what's it called? Daimajin. I don't know how many people know that one, but that was a classic in Japan. Ah, man. And it was really different. Oh, and then right here in this middle part, they would usually have a manga insert from various manga. Usually they would try and keep it like 12 issues, would have one whole manga story in there, and then you could buy the rest. This one was Lagoon Engine Einstars or something. You can't really read that font. Einsatz? I don't know. Which, unfortunately, most of the manga in here wasn't really that good, but the fact that they tried was really awesome. And then it continues on with, Satoshi Kon article. Oh, man. There was just so much going on for this. All the nostalgia. I remember I would always trade with my friends the DVDs, show them like what's new in there, and we would always sit together and watch all the series we could find on these new types. Whoop! That's a little racy. About as racy as that gets. But yeah, just talking about, Oh man, this is something you never get anymore, is the big old awesome posters from the magazines. Ah man, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, highly recommend. Oh, and one of my favorite parts about this magazine is the fact that in each magazine they have the character designs for various series. In this case, Chrono Crusade. Oh man, look at that. There's Rosette and all her different designs. Even that really nice, like, I don't know, fuchsia number that she wore in that one episode. I'm sorry if I get really quiet, but just taking in all these different designs, the monsters, the people, the backgrounds. It was really cool to get this. This was an art book and a news article going on at the same time. It was so, so cool. But of course, this was done by ADV Films. They brought Newtype to the States and they took their own spin on it, which was really cool. I gotta say, it was really cool that they did this. But, you know, magazines have been dying out, and especially anime magazines have been dying out, which is unfortunate, but I understand why that happens. There's nothing I can really say about it. Ah, man, fan art and whatnot. And ADV Films, of course, you know, they had the rights to this, but unfortunately they kind of died out, became Sentai Filmworks. I'm not entirely sure how that all worked out, but they spread their money too thin. It didn't work out for them, and it's really a shame. Because they had such big titles, you know. They had Neon Genesis Evangelion, and various other series that I'm totally blanking on right now. They were the big powerhouse at the time. So it's a shame that they're not around as much anymore. But at the same time, I'm glad for what they brought to, you know, the fandom. It was so cool. Oh, and here's another nostalgia trip. In the magazine, they would actually have little moments to show off all of these moments where you could find the anime, where it was on in America, like what was going on in Japan, telling you all the DVD releases, the CD releases, the ranking polls. That was so cool. Oh, and upcoming events. Look at all these old anime cons from 2004. Let's see, are some of these even still around? OhioCon, that was their fifth one at the time. Oh man, what else we got? Anime Reactor. Oh, that was their first one. Anybody who remembers that one has some stories I can tell you. Wizard World was still a pretty big thing. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun to check out all of these different things. And again, this was like the thing to go to for your conventions, your television, your DVDs coming out, and even and ADV Films did Anime Network for a while, and so they had a full-on television channel. Oh man, but that didn't last very long, because now I think they still have Anime Network now, but it's like internet exclusive. Here's a couple of CD reviews from various pop artists. What else we got? Oh, toy reviews. Super Robot Special, Grand Z, and Great X Kaiser. Full Metal Alchemist. Man. Capcom, Gundam, video games. Samurai Warriors was the game of the month. Kuon, Boktai 2. Oh, that was such a fantastic game. Retro Riot, which was just a little thing about all the games that came out as a re-release on the Game Boy Advance. Man, they really did try to appeal to everyone as much as they could, and I think they succeeded really well. It's just a shame that, you know, all of this now you can find on the internet. It's not that hard to find manga reviews from various people, both, you know, good writers and bad writers. And by bad writers, I mean people who just don't know how to describe what's awesome, but just kind of say, it's cool. And it's romantic, and it's awesome. Like, there's more words in English than that, guys. Oh, Sergeant Kuroro had just come out in 2004, it seems. Oh no, was that did that come? No, that only came out in Japan. So you got to see this before it actually came out in America. That is really cool. Ah, man. So awesome. Man, I I cannot get over some of the wonderful things that were in this magazine and how far they went for the fandom. Oh, and then let's see if it's in this one. Oh, they even had some Japanese movie on Myoji in 2009. Uh, yeah, this one. This one was really cool. They could actually show you a little bit of how they did Photoshop techniques going on at popular studios and whatnot. That was really cool. They would actually show you uh, in each magazine a little bit on how to become a better artist and how to use proper Photoshop techniques. Ah, man. What a time. Oh, and then the Gunpla section. F91 in that case. Yeah, it looks like the F91's from Crossbone. Who's the geek? I am. Thanks for going on this little nostalgia trip with me, guys. This was such a fantastic magazine, and I'm glad I could share it with all of you, you know? And I hope this kind of helps enlighten you a little bit about what the fandom was like back in the day. So, I'll talk to you guys later. Ciao.